Hello, everyone. Welcome to Clarity Yoga class on the mat. I also have one in the chair. If you need a chair yoga class or if you need a mat yoga class, you have a choice. We're going to begin by sitting in an easy pose. And again, I like to sit on my bolster. I could sit in a chair, but I'm going to sit on the bolster. You can sit in easy pose. You can sit in your chair. You can sit on a blanket. If you're sitting on the mat without a bolster, put a block or a blanket underneath your ischial tuberosities, your sit bones, because that raises the sit bones up so that they're higher than the knees, and it is a lot more comfortable, and actually it's healthier for your spine. It makes it sit up nice and straight instead of kind of hunching over. We're going to begin with bringing the eyes closed. Sorry, I always forget to do this. This helps me to keep my time. And just close your eyes down and listen to the sounds in the room. What do you hear? Do you have some nice music playing? Do you have other people talking in your home? My husband, he's gone fishing tonight, so it's pretty quiet here. But when he's hearing I'm filming, he usually is watching wrestling or something, and I always have to tell him, turn it down. So it's very quiet here. If he comes in while I'm filming, I apologize ahead of time because the dog will go crazy when he gets home and bark and whine, but he's not being hurt. He's just whining and crying out of happiness. So, as you're listening to all of your sounds, I hope they're pleasant. And then start internalizing, like just visualizing your body. How does it feel? Do you have any places that is sore today that needs a little extra attention, that needs a stretch or a rub? If you do, you can take the time to do that, because this is your yoga practice. And like I called it, clarity. I want you to see it for what it is instead of some future thing of what you want it to be or what it has been in the past. We're just going to be right here in the now with very clear vision of what we're doing and why we're doing it. I want you to make sure that you have good posture, you're not overstretching. You're just doing things that are good for your body. It's your practice. And then we're going to take 2 deep breaths, long, deep inhales, pause, and exhale a long, deep breath. Try to expel all of the air in your lungs. I'm going to do that 2 times. I will just say inhale, pause, and then exhale. Inhale. Pause. Exhale very slowly. Inhale, slow. Pause. Exhale very slowly. Try to get every bit of breath out of your lungs. And now just take maybe we'll just do 30 seconds of just some nice, gentle breaths. Your mind should already feel just a little bit more quieter and focused for what's to come, have a little more clarification of your thoughts. The class tonight focuses on upper back and shoulders. And we will be doing some back bends, but not back bends where you have to be a contortionist. They're very gentle. Then let's take our hands and just gently start kind of massaging our neck, the back of our neck. So I've got my hands up over my shoulders. Do a little bit of a neck massage. And then gently start fluttering the eyes open. One more deep breath and exhale. And we're going to start with some shoulder shrugs. We want to get our shoulders and our upper back really lubricated and ready to begin our classes. So we're just going to go up, back, and down. We'll do about 5. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, that felt good. Excuse me, I had a yawn there. It's kind of a lazy day. Now we're going to take our shoulders and push them back as far as you can, and then relax. That's 1, 2. This is what's really helping to kind of get the vertebra there and the upper back ready for some movement. 3, back, 4, relax. Last one, make this a good one. Inhale, exhale back, really pressing your chicken wings together, and relax. Oh, that felt good. Now we're going to take our right arm, bring it over to across our chest, and I'm holding the bottom of my shoulder with my left hand, and it's kind of like I'm cradling it and pulling it to the left. My arm is straight. My right arm is straight. So it's like I'm just trying to pull it straight over to touch the wall. And then relax that. We'll do that 2 more times on the right side. Inhale. Bring the right arm over. And when you pull, it's like I'm pulling it into my body and trying to make my fingers grow to the wall. And exhale that down. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, right arm. And left arm is pushing into my chest and pulling to the left. I'm not taking it backwards, it's straight. I think you can see that it's straight. I'm facing straight. My arm is out straight. My arm is actually resting on my left elbow. It's kind of holding it up. So this is also a little bit of a arm strengthening exercise. And release. Now we're going to go to the left. Inhale the left arm up and over. Inhale. Exhale the left arm up and over. Right arm is now cradling the left and pulling it. You should feel a nice, gentle shoulder stretch here on the left and the right arm because it's holding the weight of the left arm up. Some strengthening in that upper bicep area, and exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, left arm up and over. Pull, pull, pull. Feels really good. Your next exhale, release. Last one, inhale. Exhale, over. Oh, yeah. Each time I do it, I feel that it has stretched out a little closer to that wall, or to my couch over here, actually. And exhale, release. Now we're going to take our right arm and bend the elbow up. Take the left hand and hold the left elbow, and we're going to inhale. Arm up. Exhale, back. This hand is trying to rest on my shoulders. I'm not putting any pressure on my head. My face is framed. I could take a picture and use my arms and my neck as a frame. That might be kind of a cool picture. And exhale that down, releasing. We'll do 2 more of those. Inhale. Exhale up and over. Pat yourself on the back. Say, yay! We've got started. And exhale down. We're breaking the frame apart. Inhale. Holding the arm. Exhaling up and over. You can scratch your back. I'm a little itchy, so I'm going to scratch my back while I'm here. Feels good. Next, exhale, release. Now for the left one. We're going to inhale, bend the left arm up. Hold the elbow, exhale, up and over. Oh, this side feels tighter. So my right arm is more limber than my left arm. I really feel that through my tricep right here. Yeah, I'm not really pulling and pushing. I'm using this hand to support where this arm goes, because you don't want to, if you try to push it or pull it, exhale down, you don't want to overstretch and pull something. You don't want to pull it because you might pull a muscle or a ligament. Inhale, exhale up and over. It's just there for support. And when you have weight against it, I feel like it does, it adds a little weight so that it feels like it's pushing it a little bit further than it might. But just a teeny tiny fraction of a millimeter fraction. We're not overdoing it. And exhale down. Last one, inhale. Exhale up and over. Again, pat yourself on the back. We're to the last one of our shoulder, upper back warm-ups. And exhale down. Whew, I feel good. Now let's do, I think we did shoulder rolls. Let's do shoulder shrugs. So shoulder shrug up, really up. Shoulders to ears. Can you touch your earlobe and down? And when you're doing that, try to pull your abs in. Inhale. Exhale up. Shrug, shrug, shrug. I don't know. And release. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale up. Shrug it, say you don't know anything about it, never did, and why are you asking me? And release. Wow, that really feels good. Inhale up, inhale. Exhale, shrug. Shrug, shrug, shrug. Be a no-necker. I have no neck. And release. Last one, inhale. Exhale and shoulders up, shrugging, 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 and release. Whew, that feels really good. If you have been sitting cross-legged, recross your legs. And then we're going to do some wrist stuff and finger stuff. So let's start with just bringing the arms up and touch your shoulders and out. Shoulders out. 3, 4, 5. We're going to do 10, 6, 7, 8. When you bring them out, really stretch them. Tighten the muscles. 9. Stretch and tighten, and 10. And bring that down. Just roll your chicken wings around. We're going to the back. We do so much forward, we're not going to go forward. And then arms out, and bring the like a scarecrow's tick-tock. Your hands are pendulum swinging. Scarecrow, straw arms flapping in the wind. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should start feeling your muscles up here really being used. And now we're just going to roll the hands over and over. I'm rolling. Now I have palms up, palms back. Trying to bring the palms up, bring them to the back. Up, back. We'll do 2 more of these. Up. Can you see my palms are coming up? And back. Now they're trying to look to the back. Now let's spread our fingers wide. Clench. When you clench, tighten your glutes so that if you're sitting, you're raising up a little bit. Stretch, release, tighten. Tighten the abs. Release. 3, tighten, tighten, really tighten. You should be feel like those glutes are raising you up 3 inches off of your chair or mat, and release. And tighten, 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 and release. I think that was 5. Now let's take our fingers and intertwine them, and we're going to stretch them out and in. Out, in. 3, 4, tighten your glutes, release. 5, tighten your glutes, tighten your abs, tighten your arms, and release. Felt really good. Let's do our wrist rotations. 2, 3, 4, 5, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll do the elbows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like we're doing a weird swimming stroke. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Very good. Let's meet in tabletop. And as always, if you have sensitive knees, get your trusty blanket out. In tabletop, we're going to do our C curve. So right hip to the right, head to the right. Swing through the middle, look to the left with the hips, trying to swing to the left. Swing through the middle, to the right, 2, swing to the left, swing to the right, 3, swing to the left. We're swinging on Labor Day. And swing to the right. Swing to the left. That's the last one. We're going to do a few cat-cows. So really spread your fingers and clasp your fingertips down into the mat, and that will help your wrist if your wrists are feeling it. So really, I'm really gripping the mat with my fingertips, which then takes some of the pressure off of the wrist. We're going to inhale up into cat. Try not to overextend your back. We're going to hold it there. Exhale into cow. Just try moving the ribs so you're not really concaving the lower lumbar. We're just trying to move the upper back. Inhale up. When you inhale up, really pull the abs up. Exhale into cow. And if you want to do a lion's breath as you come into cow, that's a good time to do it. Inhale up. And to do lion's breath, when you exhale, you're going to bug your eyes, open your mouth wide, stick your tongue out, and roar. Exhale. Inhale. Again, exhale. Lion's breath. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Lion's breath is really good. It exercises the throat, vibrates the thyroid, the parathyroid, your thymus, which is good for your immune system. Meet me in child's pose for just a moment. Take a little rest from our wrist. I have to take my glasses off in child's pose. And you can do it with the arms outstretched, which also is another shoulder stretch, or you can bring them down by your sides. You pick the one you want to do. On your next exhale, come back up into tabletop. And we're going to do thread the needle. So we're in tabletop. That's how I wanted to rest our wrist. We're going to move our right hand more towards the center. And we're going to inhale. I'm going to leave my glasses off. And as we inhale, the left arm is going to come up and our head will follow. So we'll be twisting a little bit to the left. Try to keep your hips even so they're not twisting. And as you exhale, the left arm is going to come through the right arm and your head's going to melt down into the mat, or as close to the mat as it can get. Or if you have a bolster pillow block, your head can rest on that. Your tailbone is trying to reach the ceiling. Try to keep your low back stabilized. Don't let it be twisting. On your next exhale, come up. Inhale at the center. Exhale, bringing the left arm up. We're going to repeat that 2 more times. On your next exhale, come down into thread the needle. Arms coming through, head is on the mat, pillow, block, wherever it is comfortable. 2 or 3 breaths here. On your exhale, return to center. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale through the needle. On your next exhale, return to tabletop. You can sit back on your feet. You can sit up on your knees, shake your wrist out, give them a little bit of a break. Rub my eyes. Feels good. Massage them. Come back into tabletop. Bring your left hand towards the center or the center of your body. Really press the fingertips into the mat. Inhale the right arm up. Hold it for a breath or two. On your next exhale, tighten your glutes. Exhale your arm down and through. Head coming to your mat, pillow, bolster, or blanket. On your next inhale, come up. Exhale down and through the eye of the needle. I think that's 2. We got 1 more. Inhale up. And breath or 2 up here. I'm really feeling a nice stretch through this whole side body. And exhale down. I always like to eye of the needle or thread the needle. And inhale up to tabletop. And you can, we're going to get ready for melting heart pose. I think we did that last week. We're going to do it again, but we're going to start with another one. It's a little sequence I'll put together, and it's called quarter dog pose, or it's different than puppy dog pose. So we're going to start with our quarter dog pose. So we're going to come down on our forearms. From tabletop. We're going to bend our left forearm at a 90-degree angle. So the right arm is going to reach out in front. And your forehead is going to rest on, or your forehead is going to rest onto your forearm. This is quarter dog pose. So the right arm is out straight. The left arm is a 90-degree bend, and your forehead is resting on the left arm. You can see why this is a good one to build up to melting heart. On your next inhale, come up, shake your arms out, and we're going to do it on the left side. So we're going to come into tabletop. I'm reaching the left arm out. I should have came into forearms first, sorry. I'm bending my left arm into a 90-degree angle. Reach with the right, and resting my forehead on my right arm. You should feel a nice stretch through that left shoulder. We're just breathing some nice gentle breaths. If you want to do a deep breath or two, you can. My tailbone is up to the ceiling. Hopefully I have my knees on a 90-degree, my butt over my knees. On your next exhale, return to your forearms, your tabletop forearms. And then we're going to do melting heart pose. What's good about these poses that we're doing is these are the back bend, upper back bend poses. And a lot of us get very tight through that shoulder blade area because of sitting at a desk or driving in the car or whatever, just too much sitting, maybe even standing with hunched over posture. It also, I'm going to let you rest while I talk about it. It also opens up the urinary and bladder channels. So if you are having any kind of urinary or bladder issues, or even if you're not, it's a good one because it opens up that whole channel and gets the urine and the bladder flowing correctly. Excuse me. And it, of course, opens up the whole upper back and the chest because the melting heart is really pushing the heart and the chest area down to the mat as we go down. Okay, so here we go. Up in tabletop. And our hands, we're going to stretch out in front of us. And I'm going to get me a block. I think I will do better with a block. We're going to stretch our arms out in front of us, dropping our head to the mat or a block or a pillow. Maybe I should get a pillow. Well, I'll try it with the block. And then slowly trying to melt the heart down into the mat. So here we go. You can watch first if you want. I'm inhaling, pulling my abs up. Exhaling, stretching. My block's going to have to move up a little bit. Stretching. And then trying to melt. Oh, the block is too tall. Trying to melt my heart down into the mat. This, I really can feel, would be a great, if you could do back bends, a great back bend warm up because it's bending right at the upper part of my back. On the next exhale, make your way back up. Whew. Come up slowly. Don't get dizzy. Well, at least you're on the mat. You won't have far to fall. We'll try that one more time. I'm going to try it with a little pillow and see how that feels. I'm just trying different things to see what I like best. That was way too high. So I'm going to bring the mat up a little higher for my melting heart to melt into. Stretching my arms out. I'm inhaling. And then I'm going to exhale down. Oh, I can't breathe that way. Exhaling down. Oh, I do like that better. A small pillow seems to work nice. Or maybe a blanket. I really feel that my heart is melting. Try to keep your lumbar from doing too much of a curve extension. Just like if you were on the mat, try to press your back flat, and it's just the upper back bending is all. And on exhale, come back up. That made me sweat. I think that was the best way to do it. Just a little bit under my forehead. You see what works best for you. You may be able to come all the way down, or you may need something higher than the block. Maybe the bolster would work better. We're all different in our flexibility. If you feel any pinching in your shoulders, definitely back off on that one though. We don't want to pinch anything. Let's go back into child's pose, or let's actually turn over to give our back a rest into a restorative rest pose. So the knees are up. I'm really going to press my low back down into the mat. And I'm going to bring my knees up, hold behind me. So now my back is curving in the opposite direction, which feels really good. And then just gently rock back and forth. And bring that to stillness. Put your feet back down on the mat. I'm going to roll over onto my left side and stay here for just a second. And then I'm going to press with my right hand and bring myself back up to sitting, nice and easy, just like we get up from Shavasana. Got to itch my eye. And we're going to come back up into a tabletop. Curl your toes under. Walk your hands forward. And we're going to come up into a down dog. First down dog. So I'm up on my toes. And I'm going to walk my dog. So one heel down, the other one up. Tailbones to the ceiling, hands. My head is between my arms. My hands are gripping the mat with my fingertips. So that takes pressure off of the wrist. And then you can bring your down dog to stillness. Really do a nice little stretch. Walk your feet up, bend your knees. We're into a forward fold here. I have to really bend my knees because of my low back now. I'm going to come up on my block. And then we're going to very slowly bend our knees and roll up into mountaintop. Ooh, yes. Now we're standing nice and tall. And so you have to come back here so that my head isn't cut off. I guess you can see my head. Doesn't matter. It's the feet we're going to do right now. So we're going to just rock back and forth. Just warming our toes up a little bit. I got a little bit of a warm up when we curled them under and went up into down dog and sat back on our haunches in between our thread the needle and melting heart and quarter dog. And then we're going to go on our tiptoes and down. Tiptoes and down. Really grip the mat with your toes when you come up. Tiptoes and down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And then I'm just going to circle around on my foot, the outer edges, and then reverse. 2, 3, and left side. 1, 2, 3, and reverse. 1, 2, 3. I gotta check the time. Because I forgot to look at the clock what time I started. So let's just 1 foot up, 1 foot down, 1 foot up, 1 heel up, 1 heel down, which then makes you look like you're walking without walking. And let's lift our knee up for a little balance. Circle our ankles. 2, 3, 4. Other way. 2, 3, 4. And left knee up. 2, 3, 4. And reverse. 2, 3, 4. And plant that back down. We're going to do a hand to big toe, or I'm going to hold underneath my hamstring so I can keep my back straight. You want to keep your back straight. If you have a strap, you could use a strap. I didn't put that on there. And down. Let's do that 2 more times. So up, out, back, and down. Whoops. Oh, I have my chair. That's why we have the chair. Up, out. So I'm trying to keep my back nice and straight and bend the knee and down. Left side. Up, out. Knee bends and down. Up, out. I could do, it's a stretch, and down. Up, out. Knee bends and down. 1 more. Up, straight out. Whoops, lost my balance. Straight out and down. And we're going to do some inhales up. So bend the knees generously, sweeping the arms up. And exhale into chair pose, which we're going to hold for 30 seconds. Really tighten your glutes here. Do your breathing. There's 20 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 30 seconds. How'd that feel? Woohoo! We're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, and into chair pose for 30 seconds. And this time we're going to take our right leg and point our toe out. Or you can stay with both feet on the ground. This is really hard. Oh, we're halfway there. There's 20. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! When I say 20, we're at 20 seconds. 1 more time, and this time hold the opposite leg out if you dare. or just do chair pose for 30 seconds. Inhale, bending the knees, arms up. Exhale, down. And I'm going to bring my right leg up. And that's just 5 seconds. This side's really hard because that's my bad side. 10 seconds, 15, halfway there. 20 seconds. Woo. 25, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 30 seconds. Yeah. That was painful. Let's do a little bit of a break. So let's just do some little washing machine. This also will help to stimulate your bladder and kidneys. Just gentle. Make sure that your toes are coming up off the mat. Have fun with it. This is a fun pose. It feels good. And then start bringing that to stillness. We're going to do some side stretches. So just stand about hip width apart. Our right hand is just going to come down gently on our right side. Left hand's going to come up. So inhale, exhale, up and over. On your next exhale, come back to center. We'll do 2 more times on the right, and then we'll go to the left. Inhale. Exhale the left arm up, right arm over. You can see my hand. It's just kind of draping over my head. But my head is not actually bending towards my shoulder. It's just, you can see my head isn't moving. My neck isn't bending. It's just as you bend over, your whole body bends over. So make sure that you're doing that so you're not straining your neck. Inhale. Exhale, over. And just 2 or 3 gentle breaths here. Your next exhale, come back to center. And now you should feel really lopsided. So we're going to go to the left. Inhale. Exhale, over. Just gently stretching down. You're coming down straight, like you're between 2 panes of glass. So you're not twisting your back any. It's just a side stretch. And up and over on your next exhale. Or up and down. Inhale. Arms coming up. Exhale. Leaning over. I think this is 2 for the left. On your next exhale, return to center. Nice and slow. Don't do any jerky movements. Remember, our theme tonight is clarify. Clarify what you're doing. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see from the side. So we're going to go inhale. Exhale, arm up and over. Hopefully I'm nice and straight. I can't look at the camera this way. I feel like my back is straight line. It's just bending from the waist. And exhale up. Oh, that felt good. Take a few moves there. And then if you want to use your chair, well, first we're going to do goddess pose. Then we're going to do a couple of other things that you might need your chair, so have it handy, or a pole or a wall or something. So step out a little wider than hip width. The feet are at a 45-degree angle. We're going to come down. Make sure that your knees are not going over your ankles. And we're going to hold, you can hold your hands here. We're just going to hold this for 30 seconds. We're doing a lot of bone building also in this class. So we're strengthening the upper back, making it more flexible, and strengthening our legs. We did quite a bit with our arms earlier. There's 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Woohoo! You can shake your legs out. We're going to do that 2 more times. So get your legs in the right position. Inhale. And exhale down. Oh, I had my knees too far over the ankles, so I just spread my feet a little further apart because I'm going to try to do a little deeper squat here. I'm going to lift my shoulders up so that I'm a little straighter. I was kind of leaning. I'm going to be like a statue here. Oh, I forgot to look at the clock. I think we've done at least 10 seconds, so we'll just go 20 more, maybe less. This is the mystery round. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Ooh! I felt that. We'll try for one more. Step out. Take your position. We have the dog with us tonight. He was doing a rest on the couch pose earlier. What, do you have to go outside? Okay, let's get into goddess pose. And I'm going to be cheating because I'm going to let him outside. He's whining. I did look at the clock, so I know where we need to be. Let's see where we're at. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. I'm so sorry that I missed it on that last 30-second goddess pose. But I have been practicing this for a couple of days, so I've been doing it, believe me. Okay, now we're going to do a, what's the next one we're doing? High crescent lunge. So from goddess pose, and if you want, this is where you might want your chair or something. We're going to take our right leg and step back with the foot coming at a 45-degree angle and bending the left knee over the right ankle and lifting the arms up and looking back into a crescent pose, which is another upper back bend. Try to keep your hips stable, tighten your glutes. And release as you exhale, bringing the right foot to meet the left. We'll do that 2 more times on the right side and then 2 on the left, or 3 on the left. So inhale, arms up, stepping the right foot back. Exhale, into high crescent lunge. Try to make sure that your knee is over the ankle and pulling more towards the outside, towards the little toe. That keeps that knee more stable and protects it. Exhale and come up. Last one. Inhale, arms up, pulling the foot up off, exhaling the right leg back. I'm going to go back further since I cheated on my last goddess pose and really squat and lunge. On your next exhale, arms down and right foot meets the left. Just take a moment and mountain pose there. Take a breath. I'm on dog duty tonight because Bill's fishing. I know, and he's telling me it's time for his nighttime snack, but we'll have to wait on that, buddy. Here we go. We're going to take the left, we're going to inhale, arms up, left foot's peeling up off the mat. Exhale, step back. Start out with a higher lunge, crescent lunge, and then each time you go, if you want to go a little deeper with your lunge, you can, or you can stay here. Exhale, arms down, left foot to meet the right. I always like to shake it out a little bit in between. I'm going to get me a little drink. We're doing a lot of talking. Ooh, that tasted nice and good. Anytime you need a drink, make sure you get one because you want to stay hydrated. Inhale, arms up. Toes coming up. Stepping back. Exhale and lunge. How do you see your lunge? How do you see you lunging through your life? Are you doing it gracefully? I don't think I do it too graceful. I just plunge ahead like a bull in a china cabinet, I guess. 2 or 3 breaths. And exhale, right leg up to meet the left. We got one more. Oh, he's so happy over there. Inhale. And exhale the left foot back. I'm coming back a little further. Oh, I stepped on my notes. It's slick. Getting with my right knee bent over the ankle. My hips are forward and I'm just gently bending the upper back into my last crescent lunge. 2 or 3 breaths, which is about 15 seconds. My quads are really filling it. And then your next exhale, foot up to meet the right, shake it out. Now I'm going to turn back around this way. And we're going to do a airplane. So if you want to use your chair for balance, feel free to do that, or you can try it without the chair. And how we do airplane is we're just going to inhale as we're pulling the right foot up, kind of bending forward, exhaling, bringing the right leg back and the arms forward. I may have to use a little balance help. So I'm just going to bring one arm forward. And exhale up. I can't see how I look. I hope that I'm looking okay. Inhale. Exhale. Leg back. The first time I had my toe pointed, this time I'm going to try it with the foot flexed. I think it's a little harder with the foot flexed. I really feel it in my glutes more. And exhale up. One more on the, I think we better just do two because we're running out of time. Let's see. Yes, it's already been 59 minutes and we haven't even got back down to the mat for getting ready for Shavasana. Here we go. Inhale, left arm up or both arms up, left leg back. I'm going to try, really unstable. Pointed toe. And then come up nice and slow. Left foot down. Last one on the left. Peeling that foot up. Exhaling. Straightening. Whoops. And flexing the foot this time. Really feel it through the glutes when you do that. And slowly coming up. I felt that fit. My whole back kind of adjusted. That was good. Now let's make our way down to the mat. Whichever way you want. We were going to come down and do a squat pose and all that jazz, but I think our quads have had enough. We need to start into getting ready for Shavasana. So just lay back into restorative rest pose. Make sure that you have everything that you want for Shavasana. And we're going to acclimate to the floor before we get into that. So we may have a little bit shorter Shavasana just because of, I got carried away. I think I'm going to blame it on the dog, having to let him outside and then back in. So it's Tut's fault. So let's just get the feet wider than or as wide as the mat and just do a few windshield wipers. I was going to do a few knee routines, but we're just going to do this, which this always feels good. And then bring that to stillness. I do want to do our V, so let's bring our legs into a nice V, just because I feel like that's a good stretch. We did quite a bit of strengthening on our leg muscles, so we didn't do much on the inner thigh, so let's get the inner thigh kind of stretched out so it doesn't tighten up on us. You can hold your ankles or toes. Just going to hang out here for a minute. Let that muscle relax. And then bring the feet in so the soles are touching. And then roll them down to the mat. Get your blanket. If you need something underneath your knees. I'm going to get my eye mask. and get my little alarm set in case I fall asleep. And this is always the time when my husband comes in when he's gone, so I apologize ahead of time if the dog starts barking. I told him to be extra quiet when he came in, but the dog doesn't understand that. And he's sad because he didn't get his treat. I'll meet you back here in about 10 minutes for our namaste and our little pep talk. Start taking a few deep breaths, maybe a wiggle. And one of the things I was going to do, but we ran out of time, maybe take a bird dog, opposite hand, opposite arm stretch, one or two on each side at least. And then when you feel ready, turn over onto one of your sides. And then take your top arm and push yourself up very slowly until you come to a sitting position. Or if you want to just stay laid down, of course you can do that. I can't see what you're doing. You may be sleeping, and that's fine too, and wake up later on. So this class was, my word was clarity. And clarity is defined as clear your perceptions free of confusion, focus on intent and straightforward expression. See the world as it is without your projections, judgments, and assumptions. And I hope that when you did this class tonight that you were not judging yourself or thinking what you should be doing, but just being right in the moment of what you were doing. And life is really a lot easier when you do that. I've discovered that. It's hard to stay in the moment because our minds always want to wander into past and future. So you're going through your day or your night or whenever you do this class, try to stay in the moment for just 5 minutes. Make that a goal and see what happens. Like maybe when you're walking out on a trail or sitting on your porch or just doing something meditative, just think, what is happening right this second? What are you hearing? What are you seeing? What are you feeling? What are you touching? And let that sink in. Then I have this really cool quote that is by Lori Deschene. And it says, every now and then it's good to stop climbing and appreciate the view from right where you are. So try that. Let's rub our hands together. Oh, my heart talk book. Oh, I got a big one. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. If you aren't staying in the moment, you are leaving it. Sometimes the best present is being present. I just love how these things just all connect. And I swear to you, I do not pick these out. I just open it up and see what's there. And I just pulled a little angel card out and write my class about it. So rub our hands together. That makes me really happy. It was just like perfect. We were in the moment tonight. Once you get that energy and your hands warm, press it into your heart center, bowing your heads. I honor the light in you and ask that you honor the light in others. Namaste. Until next week, have a great one. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the moment. Bye-bye. Ta-ta for now.